and he commanded a centurion to keep Paul and to let him have liberty, and that he should forbid none of his acquaintance, the minister, to come unto him. And after certain days, when Felix came with his wife Drusilla, which was a Jewish, he sent for Paul and heard him concerning the faith in Christ. And as he reasoned of righteousness, temperance, and judgment to come, Felix trembled and answered, Go thy way for this time, and when I have a covenant season, I will call for thee. He hoped also that money should have been given him of Paul, that he might lose him, wherefore he sent for him the oftener, and communed with him. Thus after 2 years, Porcius Festus came unto Felix's room, and Felix willing to show the Jews a pleasure, left Paul bound. Chapter 25. Now when Festus was come into the province, after 3 days, he ascended from Caesarea to Jerusalem, and the high priest and the chief of the Jews informed him against Paul, and besought him, and desired favor against him, that he would send to him to Jerusalem, laying wait to the way to kill him. But Festus answered, and Paul then should be kept at Caesarea, that he himself would depart shortly thither. Let them, therefore, said he, which among you are able, go down with me, and accuse this man of there being a witness in him. And when he had tarried among them more than 10 days, he went down to Caesarea, and next day, sitting on the judgment seat, commanded Paul to be brought. And when he was come, the Jews, which came down from Jerusalem, stood round about, and laid many grievous complaints against Paul, which they could not prove. While he answered for himself, neither against the law of the Jews, neither against the temple, nor, yes, against Caesar, have I offended anything at all. That Festus, willing to do the Jews a pleasure, answered Paul, and said, Wilt thou go up to Jerusalem, and there be judged of these things before me? Then said Paul, I stand at Caesar's judgment seat, where I ought to be judged. To the Jews have I done no wrong, and as thou very well knowest, for if I be an offender, or have committed anything worthy of death, I refuse not to die, but if there be none of these things, whereof these accuse me, no man may deliver me unto them, I appeal unto Caesar. Then Festus, when he had conferred with the council, answered, Hast thou appealed to Caesar? And to Caesar shalt thou go. And after certain days, King Agrippa and Bernice came unto Caesarea to salute Festus. And when they had been there many days, Festus declared Paul's cause unto the king, saying, There is a certain man left in bonds by Felix, about whom, when I was at Jerusalem, the chief priests and the elders of the Jews informed me, desiring to have judgment against him. To whom I answered, It is not the manner of the Romans to deliver any man to die before that he have which is accused, have the accuser face to face, and have license to answer for himself concerning the crime laid against him. Therefore, when they were come hither, without any delay on the morrow, I sat on the judgment seat and commanded the man to be brought forth, against whom, when the accuser stood up, they brought non accusation of such things as I suppose, that he had certain questions against them of their own superstition, and one of the Jesus, which was dead, whom Paul affirmed to be alive. And because I doubted of such manner, the questions I asked him, whether he would go to Jerusalem, and there be judged of these matters. But when Paul had appeared to be reserved unto the hearing of Augustus, I commanded him to be kept, so I might send him to Caesar. Then Agrippa said unto Festus, I would also hear the man myself. Tomorrow, said he, thou shalt hear him. And on the morrow, when Agrippa was come, and Bernice of a great pomp was entered into the palace of hearing of the chief captains and the principal men of the city, at Festus' commandment, Paul was brought forth. And Festus said, King Agrippa, and all men which are here present with us, we see this man, about whom all the multitude of the Jews have dealt with me, both at Jerusalem, also here, crying that he ought not to live any longer. Therefore I found that he had committed nothing worthy of death, that he himself had appealed to Augustus. I have determined to send him, of whom I have no certain thing to write unto my lord. Therefore I brought him forth before you, and especially before thee, O King Agrippa, that after examination had I might have somewhat to write. For it seemeth to me unreasonable to send a prisoner and not lawful to signify the crimes laid against him. Chapter 26. Then Agrippa said unto Paul, Thou art permitted to speak for thyself. Then Paul stretched forth the hand, and answered for himself, I think myself happy, King Agrippa, because I shall answer for myself this day before thee touching all things whereof I am accused of the Jews, especially because I know thee to be expert in all customs and questions which are among the Jews, wherefore I beseech thee to hear my plea patiently. My manner of life from my youth, which was at the first among mine own nation at Jerusalem, know all the Jews, which knew me from the beginning, if they distinguished testify, and after the straightest sect of our religion have I lived a Pharisee. And now I stand and have judged from the hope of the promise of the made God unto our fathers, unto the promise of our 12 tribes, and since consistently serving God day and night, help to come for the hope's sake. King Agrippa, I am accused of the Jews. Why should it be thought a thing incredible with you that God should raise the dead? I verily thought with myself, and ought to do many things contrary to the name of the Jesus of Nazareth, which thing I also did in Jerusalem, and many of the saints did I set up in prison, having received authority from the chief priests. And when they were put to death, I gave my voice against them, and I punished them often in every synagogue. King upheld them to blaspheme, and being exceedingly mad against them, I persecuted them, even unto strange cities, whereupon I went to Damascus with authority and commission from the high chief priest. Midday, O king, I saw on the way the light from the heaven, and after the brightness of the sun shining round about me, and then they journeyed with me. And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me, and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? And it's hard for thee to kick against the pricks. And I said, Who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. who had rise and sent upon my feet, but I have appeared unto thee for this purpose, to make thee a minister and a witness both of these things which thou hast seen, and those things which I will appear unto thee, delivering thee from the people and from the Gentiles, unto whom now I send thee, to open their eyes and to turn from them to darkness and light, whom the power of Satan unto God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins, and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me. Whereupon, O King Agrippa, I was not disobedient unto the heavenly vision that showed first unto them of Damascus and at Jerusalem and throughout all the coast of